Do you have a loved one in your life that loves tools but seemingly has everything? Well, BYOT has traveled over 40,000 miles to different trade shows across the country this year, and this is my top 10 list for simple and mostly inexpensive gifts that your loved one probably doesn't have, because I've been in the construction trade for over 20 years and I certainly never knew about any of these tools until I saw them at a trade show. Due to the time of year that I'm filming this video, these are perfect stocking stuffer gifts for those individuals that are in your life, but could be perfect for other gift-giving ideas as well. With that said, let's get to my first product feature in no particular order.
We are showing the Spyder tool holster today, and the idea with the Spyder tool holster is we're replacing the metal clips that are standard issue on all the tools nowadays. So if it's gonna have a metal clip somewhere on there, get that metal clip out of there. Our pin goes in place of that metal clip in the threaded hole there. Pin goes into the holster. Holster could go onto any belt. It could be your pant belt, it could be a tool belt, it could be MOLLE webbing. You just flick the safety to extract it. It locks every time, so it will not pop out on you. You just flick it to draw it, and you have it in your hand. Our bit grippers are peel and stick. They're right on the drill when you need it. And that is going to be using 3M chemical adhesion. And you could apply it to really anything. So this could be your coffee mug, it could be your flashlight, and big one for me is tape measure. Just slaps on just like that. You could throw it onto your tool belt. You could use it on MOLLE webbing like I was saying. And just add as many as you need.
Fully loaded, yes.
So if you're going up a ladder, you maintain 3 points of contact. You have your safety, one-handed in and out.
There we go.
One-handed in and out.
And what's your website?
SpyderToolHolster.com.
To be on this list, there's a few parameters involved. Number one, you have to be on Amazon, because if I'm going to provide a list for people to go out and try and find, I want to make sure it's as easy as possible for people to purchase these tools. Number two, all these products are items that I have not featured in the past. So if you are so inclined to watch any of my other videos, or if you want to just have direct links to those products that I featured in my other top 10 videos, I'll make sure and have those linked in the video description of this video as well. Plus bonus points for anyone who stays at the tail end of this video, because I have a couple gag gifts that are not included in my top 10. But speaking of my top 10, let's get back to it with an item that almost every person has in terms of the tool itself, but this is unlike any of the other ones that I've seen.
So this is our auto rapid reload knife. You push the button here, you remove the blade, and you go back, go forward, and it gives you another blade, and it stores 5 blades inside here in the compartment. So very handy.
That's extremely nice in terms of just the rapid installation of that blade as well.
So it's just a quick push the button, go back, go forward, and it lets another blade out.
Yeah.
It's very easy to open. You don't have to use a screwdriver to unscrew it, and there you got 5 blades inside.
But the fact that some you don't even have to have a screwdriver, but it still takes time to unloosen.
Correct.
That's as quick as I've ever seen.
Correct.
And what's your website?
www.ivyclassic.com.
This booth had an insane amount of products to feature, whether it was this product or even an extremely strong magnet bit holder. These are always items that no matter what type of trade you're in, or whether you're in the construction or DIY space, you could use. But personally, I always love a product that involves some tool storage, because I just need more of that in my life, which coincides nicely with number 3 on our list.
These are our Keychain Bit Holders, and really what we wanted to do was solve a problem for trade guys or anybody working on a project. You lose bits a lot. If you're on a ladder, you drop bits, waste a ton of time and money. So we came up with a solution to easily and quickly store any accessories, driver bits, drill bits, spade bit, whatever you're using. And then guys can easily clip it on their belt or on their tool bag right here. And it keeps all their bits and nut drivers handy, ready to go. Similar to that is our bit rail storage system, which is the same concept. Store all your bits in here, flexible, durable, crush proof. Same thing, clip it on your bag or belt while you're working. Your bits are handy, ready to go. It's going to save you a ton of time and money.
Yeah, I mean, I find bits all the time in my pocket, my back pockets, other job sites, and don't realize they're there till they're in the laundry. So that's definitely nice to have a specific area for you to place those bits at when you're on the job site.
Absolutely, and wasting time digging through a tool bag or a toolbox, finding that one driver bit you need.
And what's your website?
Our website is railertools.com.
Organization is not always top of mind when it comes to the trades, but it's so vitally important to make life easier. With that same mindset, safety is also an item that plenty of people in the trades just do not think enough about. And since I went to the ASSP show, which is all about safety in the construction industry, there was a plethora of items that I certainly have never seen before. But the one thing that most people don't have in their glove box, but probably should if they're at the job site, is a tourniquet.
This is called the T-ring, tourniquet ring. It's the only finger and toe tourniquet in the world that every single time is safe. It adjusts itself to the proper pressure, and this is perfect for pre-safety. We're able to help companies avoid Ahmed recordables that are getting sent in, injuries that are getting sent into the ER, such as these small lacerations right here. And what we'll do is we'll put our T-ring on the finger onto the patient, the injured party, create a bloodless field that allows for the evaluation and the documentation of cleaning the wound and evaluating it. Then, if it's superficial, which is 95% of what's out there, you're able to take 2 or 3 steri strips, maybe put a non-adherent dressing over it, remove the T-ring, and the summary of that is, and you haven't gotten an ER bill, because you've taken an injury that is 95% of what happens in the workplace and avoided sending it in. Well, there's 20 million alone in the ERs, and every year those are over 95% of those are superficial and skin only. Only about 5% are these, and they'll typically go to the hand surgeon. So the majority of the injuries that are getting sent in the work safety place are small superficial wounds that really don't know to be there.
Where can I find the product?
The product is thetring.com, thetring.com. And we also have a strip that we call the T-strip. As more and more businesses out in the workplace start to close finger injuries, instead of using sutures, we've created a strip that will approximate the wound edge, bring the wound edges together. You can get something like a Dermabond Mini and just seal the entire wound and be done the entire wound treatment in 3 minutes, from T-ring to cleaning to closing to evaluating in 3 minutes.
Now, safety really isn't a fun subject matter when it comes to the job site, but it certainly is extremely important, and your loved one that is on site might not think about that product, but will certainly appreciate it having it on hand if needed. When it comes to tools, having the right tool for the job is so necessary and can avoid a lot of frustrations down the road. A wrench is just a wrench until you see a new and improved wrench that will make life so much easier, which is the next item on my list.
This is our 0 degree from Allied International, and what it is used for is for tight spaces. And so as you can see, we have about 3/4 of an inch space, and you'll be able to see how much it can move in just such a small spot. Flip it, go back the other direction. So in comparison, we'll take Snap-on's version, which is obviously a higher price point. And as you can see, it moves it, but it does not move it quite as fast as it moves as ours does. Switch it back the other way. So, and we've got numerous other ones. Actually, this is probably the best one comparable to ours. Yeah, the rest
in
of them
comparison.
are. Yeah,
Obviously, you wouldn't be able to get anything out of a Craftsman.
No.
Because this isn't 0 degree, correct? That's a standard ratcheting version.
Right.
And you also have, what is this, gear wrench?
Yeah, it's gear wrench.
Want to try gear wrench real quick?
Sure, absolutely. Let's go ahead and that's not even a move.
Nope. Definitely not.
The other way, and nothing.
And it is 0 degree.
Yes.
Check it out.
Many of the products on this list have existed in some form and fashion for many years, but that's the beauty of going to these trade shows, because I love talking to inventors that just saw a problem and wanted to make it either their life easier or just improve upon an existing product. I'm sure your loved one has a level, but do they have a level with a built-in LED system? Probably not.
So what you're looking at here is the Franklin Sensors light level. And what is amazing about this product is it lights up and tells you when you are not level, and then changes color to when you can be found to be level. So you'll see there that is level. And it also works in plumb as well. And it also has a magnet. So great for people working in plumbing, or if dark spaces, or if you're somewhere where you're not able to see the bubble vial, it will work because it will light up and go green once it's level.
The real question is for me is how accurate is it?
This is torpedo level accuracy.
Okay, and what is your website? How do you find it?
FranklinSensors.com.
Okay, there we go.
Franklin Sensors is a company that has a multitude of different types of products, whether they're other leveling type items or of course their famous stud finders that has been featured on BYOT in the past. Another booth that caught my eye this year was a company that was dedicated to the plumbing realm, and they have so many unique different types of plumbing tools that I haven't personally seen before. Definitely some extremely handy tools to have on hand, and I'll just feature one of them in this video, or technically it's a 4-for-1.
This is the Steelman 4-in-1 plumber's wrench. This is a tool that not only every professional should have in their tool belt, but this is a great tool that homeowners can understand and utilize as well. This is a high polished chrome tool that simply comes apart just like so. And what this enables end users to do on any job is when you're working in particular in a bathroom remodel or a damaged pipe repair, it allows you to quickly attach the wrench onto a 90-degree shutoff valve. And one of the pain points that end users experience is when they're trying to install a new one is when they're tightening down the nuts that the supply line attachment keeps moving every time. So the way that this works is this part of the tool right here allows you to clock, if you will, and hold that part of the shutoff valve at 90 degrees so that you can rapidly then tighten that down. From there, you can attach your supply line, and then this acts as a flare nut wrench so that you can then quickly tighten down that same supply line, like so. This part of the tool is stepped down to operate on 2 different sizes. It allows you to work on supply lines, shutoff valves, and then even shower heads. One of the issues that consumers and professionals have with shower heads is they have to find the right tool that will not scar the shower head while they're trying to tighten it down. So this actually fits on shower heads as well, so that you can quickly, accurately tighten down those shower heads without creating any damage on it. So this is the 4-in-1 plumber's tool. It's a Steelman plumbing tool, and it's offered from JS Products.
And what's your website?
jsproducts.com.
This company had an array of such interesting products, and mostly on the inexpensive side. However, when we get to the tech side, things get a little bit more expensive. Individuals that love tools come from all different types of backgrounds, and many people in the tech industry also love their cool tools, and I've seen plenty of more technically driven tool systems. But none on the smaller side except for an extremely innovative measuring device that packs a whole lot into a small package.
Essentially an all-in-one measuring device that tackles 3 main tasks. So right off the bat, you got digital leveling built right into the tool, super fast, super smooth. If you want to change the units of measurement, you're just going to swipe through like so, as you have slope, percentage, millimeters over meters, inches over feet, and so forth. Screen follows you around as you move, as you can see. And when you tilt it on its backside like this, you can view it in this multi-axis, 2-axis view. It's also compatible with some accessories. So let's say the 5 inches is too short for the big countertops you're about to work on. We have these length extensions, just pops into place, very easy, very quick. Now you have a 16-inch working length for the digital level. Also comes in a 3-footer as well. That's on the digital leveling side. I'm gonna bring you back over here and take you to this right here, measuring, lasers on both sides. I'll set this up here, turn the left laser on. I'm gonna give you a measurement from the laser to the device. Right now it's measuring from the center of the device, actually the center of the screen, I should say. If I hit these bars right here, I'm changing the orientation. Now I'm measuring from the back to the laser or from the front to the laser. Very similarly, I can just swipe to change units. And alternatively, what I can also do is turn the other laser on. So now I'm getting a 2-way laser measuring. Full distance, so great for those big, long distances. Also great if you're trying to find center points. So let's say the device is off center like this. I'm gonna go into here, say find center. That green arrow, it's telling me to go to the right. So now I'm gonna keep going, trying to zero it out essentially. And right there, that's the center, that's lined up with the center of the screen all the way up, and you can tell, quick and easy, no math. And last but not least, built into the device itself, we got a very visual and easy to use stud finder. Just put it on the wall, auto calibrates, move it along. You're gonna see those bars. You're looking for that highlight. That highlight's telling you you're in the center of the stud. You can go and make a mark with this marking pin, pops out the backside there, and now you know the center of your stud in just a few seconds. Besides this, we also have some other accessories. It's the laser level accessory, latch it into place, plug in the USB-C. It's full 360, but let's say you don't want full 360, you can pop these guys up. Set this up on a tripod, make sure it's plugged in, turn that on, and now you can project a 360-degree cross-line, 2-plane laser. Set that up on a wall mount or a tripod like I mentioned, and you can get to work.
How far can this screen line go?
This one's about 50 feet. 50 feet. So okay. Indoor recommended, of course. Yeah. But yeah, you got about 50 feet on that.
Okay. And where can you find it?
Can be found on our website at robboxtools.com. We also sell on Amazon. We're in some retail stores, White Cap Construction Supply. So there's options, but always best place to go is robboxtools.com.
This company is also trying to come out with a high-tech drill with a digital readout on the back side. Certainly something that is intriguing, but is not on the smaller side. I've seen so many different types of tools at shows this year, and yeah, all the high-tech tools are cool, but personally for me, I love things that will help me in the framing department, because the framing portion of construction is always my favorite. Whether I'm building decks, sheds, carports, or any other large items, I want to find tools that will help me in my personal construction career, which is where our next top 10 list item comes into play.
We recently invented the square. This is the Rapid Rafter if you're not familiar with it. This tool itself hasn't changed in about 100 years, so what we've done is reinvent it. So basically, now you can take the square and you can open it up, wow, and you can mark both sides of the board at the same time. So simply put it over the board, and one mark, you can mark all 3 sides and get everything perfectly perpendicular. If you have heavy routing or wane or bark on the timber, this is the answer. A lot of guys now are doing layout, and they'll take the square and they'll hit their 16 inches, 32 inch, 48 inch, and they'll mark all their hips and valleys and ridges and lay everything out properly. We also put a metal plate in here that allows you to take a torpedo level, and you can put it on your rafter tails once you pop the line, and then there's a mark on either side so the guys can safely cut from either direction and cut down instead of cutting up and having the board bind on them.
There we go.
And then it simply snaps back together and it goes in my pocket. It's my normal square every day.
There we go. What's your website?
RapidRafter.com.
There we go.
Quite the unique twist to put on a tool that has been around forever, and that is one of my favorite things about going to these shows, just because of the creativity with some of these entrepreneurs and making life easier in the construction or tool space. Which brings us to our last and final item on our top 10 list, which doesn't get any more simple than a carpenter's pencil, or does it?
Okay, what we have here is the Sharpdraw Pencil. They're made in the USA, and what makes it unique is it's a pencil that never needs sharpening, okay? It's lead reinforced with carbon fiber. So when I go in and mark a line, that line is the same line today as it will be in 6 months. It never changes, it never varies. As it wears, it always stays the same thickness. The beauty of it is when it does wear out after 4 to 6 months, you don't throw the pencil away, you buy the refills. And there's 3 refills in the refill pack. So the pencil and the 3-pack is about a 2-year supply of pencils. And
extremely durable. Like I felt, it's not like a lead pencil.
It's lead reinforced with carbon fiber, so it's very strong. It's just very unique, and they're one of the top sellers at the show. Every woodworker loves this because they never have to sharpen it.
And where can you get these?
www.prozausa.com.
You may recognize this individual by his voice or his look because he has been on this list before, thanks to the bean cutter that made another top 10 list earlier this year. But as promised, if you or your loved one is an individual with a good sense of humor, then you have to check out the following 2 items for the bonus gag gifts, because these products are real tools and have quite the reputation, but I certainly do really appreciate these 2 inventors because they have true passion behind their products, even if it might be a little goofy.
Caulking finger is a tool used to smooth caulk so you don't wear out your finger. My motto is, why wear out your finger, just use mine. Let me show you how good it works. We got it right here. This right here helps save the caulk from drying out, so we just put that on there. You just run your bead of caulk, take the finger, use a wet rag, you can dip it in there. Smooth it out. There's a rag down in there. Take that, spin that around in your rag. It cleans it off by itself. You never have to touch the caulking. Then you put your back on there, saves your caulk from drying out. I have some people use it to smooth pottery when they do pottery. I got people that use it for when they make crafts. Instead of sticking their finger in the hot glue, they use this for the hot glue. Several different kinds. Had people to use it to poke elevator shafts so they don't have to touch the elevator button.
And what's your website?
www.thecaulkingfinger.com.
And what's better than a finger? Maybe a fist.
Welcome to the Hammer Fist. It's an adaptive tool, adaptive hammer that goes where other hammers dare not go or cannot go. For example, in an attic, under a sink, under a truck, in a tight confined space where you don't have a lot of swing room. As well, it fully encompasses your hand, turns your hand to fist. Your fist to steel, excuse me. It also is an adaptive grip. No matter what your gripping ability or hammering ability, it's very easy to use. It's very approachable. It has 7 different features. It's a 90-degree square. It has dual SAE and metric rulers. It has 3 stainless steel strike plates, dual pins, so you can splay metal, make rivets, for example. Dual nail pulls, a bottle opener, and a hex tool, hex drive, to extend the fun for any quick job. It's also a non-marring mallet. To get started, tap like that. If you really want to give it a whack, hold it like this. Then pull up like so. Now, right now it's 7-to-1. We have a new iteration that came out with a bubble level and in a fancy hot pink. So it does all the same great features, plus it's a bubble level. And it's also an accidental phone holder.
There we go. Perfect. And what's your website?
Hammer-fist.com. So hammer-fist.com.
It's been one magnificent year for BYOT, thanks to all you, the individuals. And please let me know in the comment section which products you like the most and potentially are going to be purchasing for loved ones. I went to more trade shows this year than any year previously and found new friends along the way. If there's any shows that you want to see footage from that I haven't featured yet, please let me know in the comment section as well, because there are so many shows to go around. I don't know about every single one of them, so my list just keeps on growing every single year. But till then, you all have one amazing Christmas, happy holidays, and happy New Year, and I'll see all of you beautiful sexy beasts in 2026. Oh yeah,